welcome to Scrummage TV. Maybe the first question will be, I'll take you back in high school. Maybe when you are starting rugby, did you have that vision that one day you can be able to play at top level, year in, year out?
Thank you, Scrummage TV. My name is Nyambua, Kabras captain, the current captain Kabras. Way back when I started rugby, that was in 2009, in Form 3. 2009 Form 3. I was in school in Busia County called St. Mary's Medical Boys High School before I proceed to Bungoma High School. So in Bungoma High School, that's the time that I started realizing that I was meant to play rugby, because while I went back in St. Mary's Medical, I was just playing rugby for fun, maybe during games at 3 p.m. then go back to class. But when I got admission again to Bungoma High School, that is the time that I started playing a serious rugby. And then there was a time that I even featured for Bungoma FC club while I was still back in high school.
Okay, so maybe these early days of playing for Bungoma High School and Bungoma Rugby Club, how did they prepare you for top rugby?
For Bungoma, I think the exposure that we got from Bungoma FC, actually when we were in Bungoma High School, I think it really sharpened me to be able to know that this game I can play, and this game was not for me. Because while I was in Bungoma, I remember we were playing the 7th circuit. By then, even the principal could give us the permission to go to Nairobi, Kisumu, and play Ghana 7th, play for Bungoma FC, but for the local 7th circuit, but in Division 2. So I think by then there was much confidence in me that this thing for me. That's how I was able to get into serious rugby.
So after high school, which club did you play for before maybe coming to Kabras?
When I finished Bungoma High School, I played for. There is a club that I played for close to a month. That was Bungoma Sharks. I played for Bungoma Sharks. There was a time, but by then they were not promoted to the top tier, the Kenya Cup League. They were playing still in nationwide. So when I was done with Bungoma, I decided to go back home in Kisumu. Then while I was in Kisumu, I got a phone call from Jonas Sila. Actually, Jonas Sila told me that there is a club in Kakamega that is looking for players, especially great players and players like you. So maybe you can give it a try, come for trials, and then you'll see your way out how it goes. So I decided to come to Kakamega Showground. I think that was my second time coming to Kakamega. I came to Kakamega Showground. We had trials with the Kabras. I remember very well, it was in November 2013, on Thursday, when we came for trial. I was with my brother Malik and also Jefferson Memeti. So we were 3 of us here from our Bungoma High School student. And luckily I made the cut. I was told now I'm part of the family. By then Kabras were playing nationwide league. So we joined, and on Saturday we made the squad. I remember it started as a lock in that game.
So now, talking of 2013, by the way, the club was just new, and you went all the season unbeaten to join Kenya Cup. How was it for you as a player?
For me as a player, I started realizing that my dream of playing high league in Kenya is coming because when I joined Kabras, by then we had only national league. There was no championship. So if you qualify, if you finish top 2 in national league, you join the Kenya Cup League. So I joined the Kenya Cup. I joined Kabras when they were playing national, but they were going into December break before they resumed in January. And the kind of exposure that I got there was one of a kind, because I was able to travel to play local teams. I remember we had so many trips in Nairobi, and Nairobi was a place that I could only go there once or twice. But now it was maybe a week in, week out. I was in Nairobi, and also playing across the nation in Bungoma, Siaya. That was a great experience for me.
Okay. Now, when you had very tough matches, especially I think against Tum in the qualifiers,
Yes.
which, if I'm not wrong, it was decided in sudden death. Maybe do you recall that match, and what went through your mind when maybe that match was tied at full time?
When I joined Kabras, the kind of training these guys were having here was different type of training that I was having. So I had to adjust because here it was a high intensity training. We could train from 3 p.m. to almost 7 p.m. And it was all of conditioning, game plays, skills and everything. So I was prepared for anything. Our part was it wasn't easy, but it was easy for us because we were training so hard. So getting into the game and everything was just until we met Technical University of Kenya. It was away. I remember the match we played that match in Karen. We played that match I think in Karen, and the game ended 3-ups. We had to go for sudden death so that it will decide who is going to play. That was a semi-final. It will decide who is going to play in the finals. So that was one overheld game that we experienced that particular time because our goal was to play in the cup. But now there is this team that is trying to prevent us to achieve our dream. I felt like maybe because the kind of squad that we had by then, it was a good squad, but I felt that we ran short because our decision making by then wasn't that much. Okay, because we had a couple of chances to take points to reduce the scoreboard pressure, but we decided to just play. And that is the time that I realized as a player that in this sport you must know how to play in playoffs and the league.
Okay, now you qualified for the Kenya Cup season, and as it is usual for the Kenya Cup, you start with the defending champions. So you started off against Nakuru, and I think a tight margin, 13-3, and then the second match against KCB again. So now that baptism by fire.
Yes.
How did you handle? Because I think for a newly promoted side, you handled it well.
I think for us, we were prepared. We were told that something that is coming, it's not the same as what we have been experiencing in the National League. Because now this is a big top league with experienced players. Players are conditioned for it and everything. So we were training so hard for it. And I remember first game against Nakuru, we played at Kakamega High School, the former Western Bulls pitch. And the game ended 13-10. I remember I didn't start that game. I was in bench because by then I was so tiny. We had a couple of players that were coming from Uganda, others were coming from KCB. So we were told for us to play, we need to condition so that we match the level of players that are in the player. We were training for it. And Nakuru beat us, yes, 13-10. But I know even Nakuru when they were coming, they didn't expect the results to end up that way.
Okay, and then you went all the way to reach the final. Few teams have done that after being promoted. How did it make you feel going to the final in your first Kenya Cup season?
First of all, before final, there is a team. We played Nakuru again, Nakuru at home. So we played Nakuru, and it was a tough match. That is the match that I'll remember till today because Nakuru had never lost a game in Nakuru by that time.
In
Suguta Valley for 2 seasons. And they were also back-to-back Kenya Cup champions. They were defending. So going into this match, a lot were running into my mind. What if I get injured? What if? But we went into this match with full confidence. We were saying we're not trying anything. Our main goal is to play in the finals. We don't know how we'll get to the finals, but we have to beat Nakuru to get to the finals. So we decided as a team we are going to beat Nakuru. I remember we wake up in the morning. We normally had prayers by then, each and every morning before game. We assemble, pray, then we do activation, ready for the game. Captain by then, coach player by then was Anthony Goat. That guy really prepared me for that game. The game ended narrowly. I think it was 16-13, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, we had 2 injuries there by senior player. I remember one was Baraza, got a fracture on the hand, and another injury was for Polycarp Odhiambo. That was the captain by then. But that is the game that I still remember till date, because if you remember, and you can remember the squad that played for Nakuru, all of them were playing for the national team, and also I was aspiring to join those guys in national team because their kind of style of play.
So and then that final?
Getting into the final, now we told guys, we are here now. We wanted to be here, we are here now. We've worked so hard throughout the season. We are into the finals. First of all, for me, it was a big stage for me. Playing in front of crowd in Nairobi, it wasn't that easy for me because I'm used to a small crowd in Kakamega. We've just been playing nationwide, no crowds. Again, here we had crowd, but not as big as the one that I experienced in finals. So it was a big stage for me to showcase what I had. And, I think by then, that's the time that I was called national team.
Okay, now you've started on a high your first season. Now preparations heading to this second season. How was it for you as a team to ensure that you keep the bar high?
I remember when we started our first season to Kenya Cup. By then, the former chairman was Raymond Olendo saying, I just want you guys to try and finish top 6. But now, when we get into quarters, we said this thing, we can make it into semis. Now into semis final. We lost the finals to KCB. It was 27-3. Then second season, some of the players joined us. So we had so much experience into the league. We had so many young players coming. There was a good combination of experience and youngsters. And now we started understanding how to play. We started understanding how to play the Kenya Cup League and how to play the league and the playoffs into the finals. That season wasn't easy for us because I remember we lost a couple of games. By then, our coach was Mike Bishop. We lost a couple of games until even some of us gave up. Our dream is now shattered. We are not really going to get to the finals. We kept on grinding. I think that season we played Harlequins at home semi-finals. It was not, we were leading, but there's a comeback that Harlequins, they were about to beat us, but we managed to secure the win in that game. And then we faced Impala. So, but one thing for me, when I started playing a Kenya Cup League, for me, Impala was just a team that I was really, when I meet Impala, I was really happy to meet Impala because I know that Impala can manage every day because in my entire career, I've only lost once to Impala.
That final, maybe you went to an Impala which had a very good backline in that season. If I'm not wrong, they had gone unbeaten in the regular season and they finished top on the log to host that final. Did it maybe give you jitters that we are going now to Nairobi and we have to do it?
Actually, for me, I thought that was our time now to win Kenya Cup. Now meeting Impala, previous Kenya Cup season that we lost to KCB. Majority of the players that were playing for Kabras, ex-KCB players who came. So it was quite difficult for us to beat KCB with the players that were playing in KCB joining Kabras. So I felt like anytime we meet KCB, something was not going on. I think it's just attitude. It was in the mind. If you meet any other team that is beating KCB, we could manage to beat that team. Because you see, Impala finished unbeaten. They beat all the teams, including KCB. Even us, they beat us in the league. But now, we couldn't beat KCB, but we could beat Impala easily. So I think that there was something there was just an attitude way back in Kabras that was very difficult to beat KCP. But the moment guys realized that this team is beatable, started beating this guy. So Impala had a very good backline, very experienced backline that were playing both for Kenya Sevens and Simbas. Also their forwards, very good forwards. Ballast for Kenya Simbas. So going into this game, we went to that game with a plan. And I remember, for me, I traveled. Guys went to Nairobi a day early, but for I was doing my exams here in Nyambua, so I had to wait till Friday evening to travel and join the rest of the team in Nairobi. So I just got into Nairobi in the morning, Saturday morning around 5 a.m. But I was ready for Impala because the kind of training we had, the plan we had for Impala, we knew that was a forwards game because we could not match them backline, so we had to use forwards to beat Impala. It really worked for us. You see, in few after kickoff, those are 2 easy tries, and all of them are from forwards. So for me, going into Impala that 2016, I knew I was confident I was going to win.
Okay. Your second season, you have a Kenya Cup title. Okay, let's call it the third season, but you already have a Kenya Cup title. How did this make you feel as a player?
I was now confident into the league, and I was comparing myself to other players that have been playing there, seeing that I've already won Kenya Cup, and I can match the players that have playing.
Now, after that, then now comes that drought period. 2017, you couldn't defend the title. 2018, you couldn't defend the title. I think 2019 here at home, and then we went 2020, the season was cancelled. 2021, maybe which one do you feel like it was your worst or most painful defeat of all those finals that were held?
I think the most painful defeat that I had was 2018. Playing here. Actually, that was the time that we lost the first Kenya Cup final outside Nairobi.
Yes.
I was overconfident that I was going to win that game.
Should be 2018, 2019.
2018, 2019. Luckily, we lost that game to KCP. That was my worst loss. We had a couple of injuries. That is the time that Luke got injured. That was my worst, because we had a good season. We were ready for KCP. We had a very good coach for a very good chairman. Everything was perfect. We could not just win, but everything was perfect.
How did it impact the squad? I think that was the third consecutive loss. How did it maybe impact the squad?
Playing with the youngsters into the team, and some of experience. For the youngsters, it's like they were giving up, saying that we can't be working hard and getting the final and then lose this game because of one or two mistakes from one or two players. So they were feeling like the morale was getting down, because the kind of training that we were having in Kabras, coming into finals then losing the game, that we easily win. Because there was a time we were leading that for KCP Second Cup. I still remember that game. Darwin didn't play that game. OJ was the one who was converted.
Yeah.
Was injured. Yeah. Then it still managed to beat that game. A game that we had. It was a painful loss to me, the youngsters' experience, and also it also resulted into some of the players looking for other things to do. Some of them retired, so we started again building up the team. Yeah.
Okay, now how did you rise from this, especially now that the second season after this you came up strongly again, but everybody was thinking now this is the Kabras year, then again the season is cancelled because of COVID.
I think that is the season. If I remember, it was 2019, 2020.
Yes.
Yes, that is the first time that we beat KC. And then
Yes.
the game ended 19-9, but we couldn't manage to finish the game because there was heavy rain. The game was cancelled. The first time we beat KC. And then guys realized that this team is beatable. How is it that when it comes to final, you're not beating KC? Because by then, the team that we played the previous season that we lost in 2018, the same team that with a couple of youngsters coming in, like Kevin Wekesa. That is the time that Kevin Wekesa started. We had a very good season. Finish on top, unbeaten. And then COVID season was cancelled. We had to go back again to grind to prepare for another season that is now 2020-2021 season.
Do you feel like 2020 was that season that you are going now to end this long wait for Kenya Cup?
That was our season. For me, I think that was the season that I managed to secure my second Kenya Cup title. But unfortunately, COVID happened. We couldn't do anything. Many things got distracted by COVID and everything. So we decided to say, again, it's not our time. Let's wait for our time, and I know our time will come.
Okay, 2021 again, people believed it is going to be a season. Bearing in mind that maybe the training that was going on in Kakamega was not affected as compared to Nairobi and other regions, and then the Nandi Bears incident again happened. Just take us through that season, maybe how what was going through your mind and your players' mind.
Okay, when COVID happened, for us in Kakamega here, we were training for half a day, maybe 2 hours of gym and conditioning, 3 times a week. So we were fit because we've been training, and guys in Nairobi were not training. Actually, all of guys from the rest of the clubs were not training, but for us in Kakamega, luckily, we were training. We had facilities, gym, pitch for conditioning, and also more gym equipment were added to the gym so that we look at the guys were not even going to work. So I think our sponsors make sure that guys don't get idle. That's why we were coming to gym, doing different things. So that season we were ready, and going into Nandi Bears, you can see the style of play the guys were playing. The guys were playing in confidence. They were fit because the guys have been training together for a while. The bond was there, the team, the chemistry, everything was flowing until final. And I remember that finals in Nandi Bears 2021. We were leading. The first 20 minutes we were already 2 tries up. One for Jonah Kuku.
I think it was like 20 points.
20 points before break. So we had an injury. The CP player got injured. I think that he took care of. So when he got injured, the ambulance staff didn't have enough equipment in the ambulance. I don't know. There was something about the leg press. So the game was stopped for a period of time, about 1 hour. We were leaving by then. When the game resumed, again we scored first. So it was 25. Then there was a comeback from KC. Then the game ended 25 ups. Went for extra time, got injured. Luckily I got injured, so I had to go out. The rest of the guys took on the momentum. Extra time, it was a kickoff. Then I still remember very well, it was a knock-on. Then knock-on, penalty. Then they went for points. Game ended 28-25.
I just want you to take us through the changing room, maybe that moment after that loss. Maybe what did the coaches say? What did the management say? Because it was and did you think maybe if that break never happened, you had this?
We had that game. If that break never happened in that game, we were going to beat KCB. Because I still feel that break really took away our momentum. Because momentum was high starting to that game. Till that time that we had break, momentum was high. So I really think that break really messed up big time. And I there's relative to losing that game. And guys didn't talk much about the game, but everyone was pissed off. Everyone was. Guys were sad. Guys were saying it's like, guys were talking. And there's a lot of things that were going on in their mind. So guys felt like it wasn't the right time to talk about the game. Maybe we could have 2 to 3 days, settle again. When we talk about the game, go back to the drawing board system and see how we can do it. Because you see, these people have invested their time, energy, family, and everything, getting to that particular point that you're losing, game that you're not supposed to win. It was shocking, really shocking. I even remember some of the fans already printed t-shirts with their unbeaten. But I still felt like it wasn't our time. I feel like, let me just clap for them until it's my time. And they'll clap for me. For me, I never give up. I never gave up. My time will come. Not today, but definitely my time will come.
How resilient was this squad? Because many people, we have gone losing here at home, going to Nandi Bears, losing it again, and now you have again to come back and start from the word go. Maybe how did they just prepare you to ensure that you remain with that strong mentality all through?
This is the time that now we started having a mental coach. Some of the mental coach are coming here to talk to us. Even the head coach. And, guys managed to come back, pull together, start afresh. Because in life must go. That is first now. Focus in the future, work hard, and definitely result will come. Because I believe that, me personally, I believe that we were just unlucky. Every time we get to the final, we just lose to the same team. Losing to the same team, it's so painful losing to the same team. Not once, not twice, but 4 times in a row. It's so painful. And a sport person, it really affects. At times you go back at home, can't even talk to your family. You're sad, still have drugged in your mind, you've not cleared your mind, still thinking like, how am I grinding each and every day? I can't even get the result that I wanted. Now there was also pressure from management. Now some of us, now we're becoming senior into the team. So there was pressure. We were told that majority of you will have to leave. You have only 1 season. Don't win this season. Leave. We bring in youngsters, we groom them, we train them, we take over.
Now this is heading to the 2021-2022 season. Mm-hmm.
Then majority also left. Mm-hmm. We had youngsters coming in, the likes of now, Nyambua, the guys that were now seniors now. And that is the team that is playing now. So we grind, started off. And we were told that anytime you played against KCB and KCB beats you, there's consequences. Mm-hmm. So it's okay, but this is sports, anything can happen. It happens. It's not like I don't want to play. I'm playing, I'm doing my best.
I'm doing everything.
Mm-hmm. But in sport, I believe there is a time. We kicked off our season 2022. Played, unfortunately, again we lost KCB during the league games in Nairobi.
That was the last match of the season?
Last match of the season. There was consequences. So we're told this and this will happen and this. Said it's okay, we leave it to God. Mm-hmm. We do our part, God will take care of the rest. Mm-hmm. It went on well. Remember we played Strathmore here. Yes. Mm-hmm. And then Oilers played KCB. Oilers managed to beat KCB for the very first time. Beat Oilers, we beat Strathmore, then we met Oilers in the final. The final was played in Bull.
Maybe before that final, now players in the camp hearing that KCB is out, did it maybe elicit some emotions and maybe excitement that now is our year?
To me, I was happy because I felt like this is my time to win. KCB is now out of the equation. Now this is my time to win because each and every time I meet KCB in final, I was losing to KCB. So I felt like now this is a new team in final. It's our time to win. It won't come easy. We will have to work hard for that game. If you remember, guys went into that team with the mentality that we are going to win this game. This is an easy game. We've been beating Oilers. Oilers have never beaten KCB. So we've been beating Oilers. Now we're going to win. They were shocked. Last time it was 18-8. We had to pull a comeback. After players pulled together and decided we are going to win this game, we are no longer losing any game in final. We are going to win this game. And I remember very well. First half, coaches came. A lot of talks. Think about our future. If you don't win this game, there will be consequences. And we just have. We have no option. Against all odds. And we won that game. We won that game 34-28. Oilers were leading. We managed to pull a comeback. We won that. Then there was a story, now, okay, Kabras have won because
KCB was not in the final.
KCB was not in the final. It's okay. A win is a win for us. Let's celebrate. For me, that was my second Kenya Cup title. I felt so happy because I felt like this year I've achieved something. For KCB not playing the final, I didn't really care for that. I knew I was going to get KCB somewhere.
Now, after this season, you are appointed as the new captain to lead this squad now for the 2022-2023 season. So now, how did you feel maybe being now given this big mantle to lead the boys?
For me, I felt like, okay, it's a great honor to lead this team. But before then, I used to be a co-captain. Daniel Scooter was my captain. I used to be his co-captain. So I really feel like I was prepared for this. And I saw it coming. I knew at some point I was the captain. So I just had to prepare and wait for my time. For me, I normally tell players that when you get to the pitch, forget about everything. People come from different backgrounds, different stories. But once you get to the pitch, you focus on rugby and everything. After we're done with the pitch, you can focus on it. We had our policy, we had our mission for that season. And, I remember we sat down somewhere and said that this season we're playing for the community. We're playing for the Kakamega community, sugarcane farmers and everything. Each and everyone that is in Kakamega. We dedicated that season. Kicked off our season. We had a reverend from Anglican Church. He came to the pitch, prayed for us, keep our season on a high. And I think the last time we lost again, it was last game of the season
against KCB.
Kenya Cup 2022 season.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the last time.
Now you host them again in the final here there's that memorable one, 29-23 in Nairobi, which the fans took over the venue and they really danced after that victory at KCB Sports Club. Heading to this match, what was going through your mind, and how are you prepared for this match, because it was going to determine who is going to host the Kenya Cup final?
Going into that match now, majority of the players have much confidence that now we can beat KCB easily. So we went to that mentality. Anything can happen. We woke up, we had our prayers as usual. Then we assembled as a team, and as a leadership team first. Going into this game, we don't want to do anything fancy. We just want to pin them in their territory, force them to make mistakes there, and take points. And that's how it works for us. That is the plan that we had as players. Coaches told us we play in the territory, but for us we said we pin them down, force them to make errors, we go for points. I still remember the scoreboard pressure that they had, because each and every time I was getting into their half was taking points before we started to score.
Yeah, Dukisa kicking.
Yeah.
Okay, now they come here for the final. That one, a lot of talk on social media, banter, and then maybe people saying that that statistic that you had not won in the final against them, maybe many were thinking that it's going to occur again. So coming here, having had that painful loss at Nandi Bears, then this painful loss here in 2019. How did you get ready maybe to ensure that now you win at home?
The game that we played, the last game that we played, the decider game on which who is going to host the Kenya Cup final, really gave us much confidence against each other. So coming into the final, again we had a plan, and we said that this game we are going to use forwards as our best people to attack. We use especially these scrums and balls. Because balls didn't work much for us, but we scrums work. Again, we had a very good backline by then. The likes of now Kabras were coming in and Grant were coming in. It was a very good backline with speed and everything. JK and Dukisa also with Bryson Adaka. So going into this game, by the look of squad and everything, we knew that this game we were going to win. We have a strong forwards and good backline. That if forwards we do our job and execute, backline will do the finish. And that will happen. I still remember that this game, it was a very tough game. First half it was 3-3. Before second half again, it was a game of points. We didn't have any try in that game, apart from one penalty try. But it was a very, very nice. For me, I can say that's a very nice feeling because it was my time to revenge. I've been losing to KCB in finals. The first time I played KCB in finals, winning KCB in finals in Kakamega. So I felt like whatever we had in the beginning of the season, the mission and the vision came to pass because we said that this season we are doing it for the community. And if you could remember, there was a large number of Kabras supporters here. People who understand that others who don't understand that. They came here to support the boys because they said these are our boys, they are playing, and we have to be there no matter what. Whether trains or not, we'll be there to support the boys.
So talking of the community, how has it maybe impacted you as players who play for Kabras Rugby?
Community. For me, I feel like we really impacted so much rugby knowledge into the community. And for now, you see, anytime you're training here, you never miss 5 or 6 kids coming here to watch because these are the kids that are going to play. These are the kids that will play tomorrow. And if they start early, as now, we have a bright future for Kenya Rugby and also a bright future for maybe under 10, 15, 20, 18. Because if you see during finals, even schools come here to see. Not only finals, also league games. Schools come here to watch. I remember this season we were playing KCB. The match that ended 14-10. We had almost 5 schools. That was Marcelo, Vihiga, Pula, and Koyozo were here to watch the game. You see now we are really impacting this into the community and the future generation of rugby. So I feel like by doing this, we are bringing our community together and also entertaining them at the same time.
And maybe having that huge crowd turn up during your matches, what does it mean for you?
I'll say that it's a big impact also for the rest Kenya, maybe it's the sponsors, because we are able to sell our brand, and also guys are able to get entertained and to know more about rugby. Because I remember a while back, guys were coming out, but not in large numbers as it is now. Anytime they feel like there's a rugby in Kakamega, especially Kabras is playing, they'll turn up in large numbers because for us, we don't even charge entry fee. It's free for them because we're doing it for the community. That's why we don't even charge. We want them to come and
Okay. Now this season you did it again, unbeaten for the second consecutive season. Winning all your matches now. It's like around 29 matches without losing for you. Going to this season, knowing that you are unbeaten, I think the expectations were high. If you could listen to the fans, they were really confident that this team is going to win it unbeaten again. Did it give you pressure?
Let me tell you something. When you really work hard and put God first, I'm not saying that the previous season we've been losing, we have not been playing and everything. No, we've been praying and doing everything. But it wasn't our time. But the style of rugby we are playing right now, the style of condition and everything we are doing, I feel like the results are just taking care of themselves. You could see it. I'm not playing, we are winning. Jake is not playing, we are winning. That is not playing, we are winning. So each and everyone now is that is like there's not mentality that if you don't have choice, the team is going to play. You win. It means that without me, the team will proceed. Guys are in let me say in the same bracket that we are able to take on without these things. But that again is coming from the kind of training we are doing, because each and everyone is doing the same training. Not that I'm the captain, I'm not training, I'm training. I'm just training as any other player. So going into the finals, Kenya Cup, again we had a plan from coach. We had to make sure there is a scope of pressure. Then attack them from their mistakes. So that's what happened. We forced them to make errors. You can remember 2-3 tries from their own mistakes. There's a big bounce try.
Mm-hmm. Now, do you also feel that that hard work from 2020, 2019 maybe up to now, it's now also paying off for you guys?
I feel like it's paying off because we've been together for a while now, almost 4 or 5 years together, same team, youngsters, experience, together for 4 to 5 years. It's now paying off because guys have been really working hard. You see now the rugby IQ that the players have here is quite top-notch compared to the previous season that we were just playing rugby. So guys understand rugby, you know what they're supposed to do. And now if you see the side of players also championship rugby, anything kickable, you go for the kick. You don't just play a fancy rugby and everything, because now to play a league game, a playoff in the final.
Now, looking at these kids also coming up strongly, at least every position, it has that youngster who can take up the mantle. Does it give you that hope that the future will always be bright for Kabras?
For Kabras, I think the future is very bright, because for me, I play 6 man, and also we have another like 4-6. That if I don't play, there is 2-6 will play, and like that. So there is a bright future in Kabras. As a captain, I also inspired them, because for me, since I joined Kabras, I've never played anything below finals. I've been this side for 10 years now. This is my 11th year. Played 9 finals and won 4 Kenya Cup titles. So I think also giving them an example that anything is possible. I came from nothing, and to all this that I've achieved through rugby, anyone can do it. No matter the background where you come from. Even I started rugby, I never knew that I'll get to this point where I'll win Kenya Cup and be the captain. Guys will know me. I walk around the town, they shout my name. Anything is possible, anything is achievable. For the kids coming in, I know they'll take the footstep they can leave behind them. Kabras will be the same.
Over 150 matches for Kabras, I think, while you were playing Kenya Harlequin. It was Kabras' 150th match in Kenya Cup. If you look at all these matches, Which one is the most memorable one for you?
Most memorable one is season 2014-2015 in Sbuta Valley. That was Kabras against Nyambua.
Okay. Did you give us the worst one?
Yeah.
The worst one.
The last one was 2018 finals against KCB.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, and then beside the pitch, I know you have family. Maybe how has also family supported you? All this, we saw you during the Cup final with your family also with that winning photos. So how has the family been for you, especially in your journey as a rugby player?
I think family has really played a very big role in my journey as a player and as a father also. Because when I got my son, when I had my son in 2022, I won Kenya Cup in that year.
Mm-hmm. So you had double blessings.
Blessing. Winning Kenya Cup, getting a son. Again 2023, I had my now they're winning Kenya Cup in 2023.
We need another in 2022. Okay.
So you can see what God is doing. I'm now seeing all these years, everything that I've lost in those years.
It's coming back. So who has been that impactful? Who are those people that you can call that have been, you can put in that list of impactful people in your rugby journey? Both maybe from, did you say Mondika? From Mondika to Bungoma now up to now.
Mondika, I didn't play much. But I give thanks to all my coaches who identified the talent and prepared the path for me. And in Bungoma High School, where I now started playing serious rugby. And my first coach was Vincent
Baraza.
That was my first coach in Nyambua. He really played a big role in shaping me. Teachers back then, Nyambua, Mr. Walela, and principal by then, Mr. Edward Wachinoka, now current principal of Kabras. Then in my club here with Arthur Shipman, my first club coach, and Anthony coach. Coming into Mike Bishop. To all the coaches from the national team, now current coach Carlos, the likes of Max Agaka, those are the guys who really played a big role in shaping me. And also motivation from Nick Barras, the senior guys that I got from the national team, Nick Barras, current POR of those are the players that I got into the national team that make sure that I was in the right way. Then my family, mom, my dad before he passed away played a big role. My mom was coming into my uncles, and finally my wife.
Okay, now you also got a chance to play for the national team, but luckily after winning the Kenya Cup last year, you were named the captain for the Simbas. Maybe what did this mean to you as a player now, being a captain at club level and at national level?
It's a great honor, I would say. It's a privilege because being a captain both club and national team, it's not easy. And also the Kenya Simbas management board, Kenya Simbas management and the technical trusting and believing in me to give me that mantle. It's a privilege for me. And, I believe it was again my time because I think I was the right person. All through the work, all the hard work that I did. I remember first time I also captained the national team was in 2017 against Hong Kong. Also by then I was really working hard, and I felt like maybe in future I would get a chance to captain the national team.
So in 2017, Jerome Pawarta names you the captain. Now again,
without any idea.
years later, he names you captain. Maybe how has it been working with Jerome?
When Jerome started with me, that was way back in 2015, 2016, when I started playing for Jerome fully. I made my field debut in 2017. So for Jerome, I think he believed in consistency and growth. So he's been seeing me growing from 2015 all the way till now. So I believe that with the Jerome holding my hand to this particular point, because I remember there was a time that Jerome was now not the head coach of national team. Ian Smith was coming in, and Polodera also with Polodera. When Polodera was also the head coach, I was one of the leadership team. So I believe that Jerome has also played a big role in shaping my career as a rugby player.